Nisekoi Season 2 has finally arrived. After waiting for quite a long time for Season 2, we are finally back with Season 2, Episode 1. And to sum up this first episode is pretty much Chitoge saying, "Senpai, notice me." That's kind of what you could say that this episode was. Like, the majority of the episode, or at least half of the episode, was Chitoge, like, "Senpai, notice me, senpai, notice me, senpai, notice me." That's kind of how she was acting, and so, I couldn't help but laugh my ass off when I saw her trying to be noticed, and she wasn't really getting noticed until we found out at the end of the episode that she was getting noticed, just he wasn't saying nothing about it. So anyways, this episode, as always, Shaft produces quality animation, and that Shaft style is there. That Shaft style is just something I've come to know and love when it comes to watching anime. Now, one of my favorite anime studios when it comes to anime, just because of the way they love animating and their style with the head tilts and stuff like that, especially with how this episode is done. I love the creative backgrounds and all that, because it's just something I've come to know and love when it comes to Shaft. So, pretty much, if you watch Season 1, you know what Season 2 is going to be about, and the story seems pretty much the same. We had a little bit of progression in this episode, but not much to say that much really even happened, because at the beginning of the episode, I thought we were going to be getting some places. He finally got back the necklace, and we kind of find out that it's still broken. It still needs to be fixed, so not much progression on that point, because once that opens up, that means that we'll finally find out whose picture is in that and who's the true girl that knew Raku in the past. So yeah, the progression kind of just like right there. So I'm like, damn it. So we're probably gonna have to wait until the entirety of Season 2 is over before we can find out what is going to happen next. Like, I mean, who is inside that pendant? I mean, I think the manga is still ongoing. If I'm correct, the manga is still ongoing to Nisekoi, and I don't know if we've had any progression on the matter of who the person is in there, but yeah, we'll have to see when this series rides on out. So, one thing I want to ask real quick, to all of you manga readers of Nisekoi, how was the first episode of Season 2? Is it still following the formula of the manga? Is it still adapting it properly? Or are they doing their own thing? Please let me know in the comments below on that. Now, getting into the animation of this episode of Nisekoi, beautiful as ever. I mean, seriously, if you like Shaft style, and if you like Nisekoi Season 1's animation, you're gonna like this style. I mean, you're gonna like the faces, the funny derpy faces, the comedy segments, everything. You're just gonna like this episode if you love Season 1, because it's everything you know and love from Season 1 into Season 2. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a great first start to Season 2 of Nisekoi. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week, and, I mean, I wonder if, you know, Raku will ever notice Chitoge. I mean, like, Chitoge was like, "Senpai, notice me." Now, one thing I want to point out in this episode is that all the other characters, all our characters we all like and love, pretty much got a spotlight in this episode. So, I mean, everybody got to see their favorite character in this episode, which makes me happy, because, personally, I'm on the Onodera ship. I really am. If you're not, you know, up to date with my reviews from the past, my first reviewed Season 1, I love Onodera. She's one of my favorites. Now, you can like any character you want, but I'm on the Onodera ship. She's one of my favorites. So, yeah. I mean, I'm curious. How many teams, like, I mean, how many of you are all into which character? Like, I wonder, like, what team are you on? You on Team Chitoge? You're on Team, you know, Onodera? And you don't care about the others, do you? Nobody cares about the others. I mean, let's go with the two original girls. I'm probably gonna get hated on for saying that. But anyways, the thing is, okay, with this episode, also in the opening song, which the opening song is pretty nice, by the way, the opening song reveals a new character. And it seems like this opening shows this new female character that looks either A, a little sister to Onodera, or B, probably a cousin to Onodera, because in the opening song you see someone that looks almost identical to Onodera, and you can see that she's going to start falling in love with Raku later on down the road in the season. So I wonder when this girl is going to be introduced. Maybe next episode after that, I have no idea, but I wonder when she'll be introduced, because we're going to have another girl added to the mix when it comes to this harem. Woo! So yeah, please be safe. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Chibi out.